Charlie Kirk's death. There's a lot that needs to be said about his death, after his death rather. I must say first of all that I've been on this whole Charlie Kirk since his death, and I've been posting and reposting and talking about Charlie Kirk and everything that he's done before he left us. And trust me, I've lost friends, I've lost family. We are all Christians, these are all Christians, but it's just so glaring how, it's just so clear how we Christians we've taken evil to become the new normal. I was thinking that it's unbelievers and people that don't believe in God, that don't believe in Jesus, that are taking this whole evil doing to be normal. But it's quite amazing how people get to argue with you based on something. I will give an example, because a whole lot of the problems has been under the basis of abortion and whatnot. Now, back in the days, it used to be an abomination to even talk about it. Back in the days, we Africans, I must say, don't know about the Western world, but we Africans, it used to be an abomination to talk about abortion. Those that did it in secret, because we knew that this is taking a human life, whether you like it or not. A life is brought up at conception. Whether you like it or not, you've done it, it's murder. But now, I'm just wondering, these are the people we grew up with. And we grew up knowing how abortion is a sin, abortion is murder, abortion is killing a human life. But all of a sudden, they are okay with it now, giving reasons to why it should be okay to abort the child. Wow, it's really hard. I don't like, what reason? I can't believe I'm having arguments with people that I don't get it. What excuses? Now, one of the examples that someone was talking about is about a 10-year-old child being raped and the child gets pregnant. And what would you say about that? That shouldn't you say that the child should abort the child and whatnot? And I'm shocked to my bone marrow, man. I am so shocked. If a child at 10 years old was raped, rather, and then she gets pregnant, now everybody's centered on the child that she's carrying inside. What happened to the man that raped her? No one is actually talking about the depth of pain that he has caused. Why is everybody centered on the child that is in the womb, that is so innocent, that has no idea of what happened? These are examples that people are giving to justify abortion. Wow, are you joking? What if the child dies during the abortion? And yes, let's say the child succeeds and they abort the child. Does it take away the trauma of the rape? Does it take away the trauma? No, it doesn't take away that trauma. By God's grace, this child is able to have this baby successfully, and they don't want the child, give it up for adoption. There are millions of women looking for children. There are millions of women standing on the queue to adopt the child. Now, what am I trying to say? Giving excuses to want to take a human life. These are the arguments that have been flying here and there when it comes to Charlie Kirk. That's one of the things out of every other thing. Now, what have I seen that is going on after Charlie Kirk's death? Charlie Kirk's death, to me, has brought up revival. You need to see the fire in the eyes of the young people spilling the gospel. I am so overwhelmed. I am so happy. I am rejoicing in my spirit. Like young people of 10, 13, 16, 18 years old preaching the gospel in this our generation. A whole lot of people realizing how confused they are when it comes to the alphabets. I'm not even going to name them. Now, that's one. Another thing about Charlie Kirk's death that I'm going to pick. Something else that I picked out of Charlie Kirk's death is personal relationship. Charlie Kirk had a personal relationship with God. It's only in the relationship with God is where you actually find your purpose. This is where you get the in-depth urge to do the Father's will. That's in personal relationship. Now, with my Jesus, Jesus came to tell us about the personal relationship with God, direct access to your Father. Yes, we all go to church. We all sing in the choir. We all usher. We all work for God one way or the other in churches and fellowship and thereabout. But now, do you have a relationship with your Father? Or are you going to get to Him and He will say, I know you not? Personal relationship with the Father. Now, personal relationship with Jesus is what really transforms you. That's what really changes you. That's what gives you a sense of discernment. Personal relationship with God is studying that Bible, reading, get to know the truth for yourself and not hearing from ministers' mouth. You can hear from them, but you see what you have in the secret with your Father. The only thing that will make you stand the test of time, the only thing that will make you stand out is your relationship with your Father. When a man of God stands in that pulpit and spills what is not truth, your personal relationship is what will make you stand up and say, oh no, that's not true. That's not my Father. That's not what Jesus said. How would you know if you don't have a personal relationship with your Father? You just believe everything you hear. That is why we are where we are right now. When you take God away from the society, everything crumbles. Tell me how it's okay to teach about sex in a classroom of 3-year-old. Tell me how it's normal to teach 3-year-old kids in the classroom about sex. Growing up in Africa, oh my God, it's an abomination to even hear that word. We didn't even know what it was. We didn't even know what sex was until we were about 20-something years old. That's me growing up. But in the generation where we are now, it's okay to start talking about such things in the classroom. What do they have to? Oh gosh. You talk about mutilating kids, taking away their breasts because that they are females. You feel that they are males while they are females. How is it okay to normalize things like this? How is it okay? When you take God out of a society, this is what you get. I'm sorry that I'm coming out to say this video, but there's no way I'm going to say it that, I don't know. I don't need to get ready or prepared. I thought about getting ready. I put it on a week and all that just to talk about this, but I think it's about time that we Christians need to come out and let the whole world know that we need God. In your home, you need God. In your workplace, you need God. In every single thing you do in this life, you need God. When you take God away from the equation, everything crumbles. Every single thing crumbles. Look at the world we're living in. Even though right now, I'm just so happy because Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul. If you don't see what God is doing, then I don't know. God is up to something. His death is not in vain. His death, I'll think about that. I think I'll just put it up somewhere. Unless a seed falls on the ground and dies, that's what bears fruits. The seed needs to go into the ground and die and spread forth fruits. That is the life of Charlie Kirk. Just like Jesus, when he died and rose again on the third day, the gospel spread far and wide. Now this is a modern day thing about the death of Christ. It's just like a similar. So last, let me just end on this note. I'm just going to read 2 Bible verses and leave you with that. Ponder on it. So I'm going to read, I wrote it down here. Just give me 1 minute. Psalm 24. It says, the earth is the Lord and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. For he founded it on the seas and established it on the waters. That's one. This earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Just like the fish cannot live out of the waters, that's how we humans cannot live. Without God being our foundation, we're going to live in turmoil. And I'm going to leave you on this last note as well. That's Ephesians 2 verse 10. What does that say? It says, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us. If you're one of those people that have wondered why you're here on planet Earth, this is it. You're here to live for your Father. You're here to live for your Master, for your Maker, for your Creator. And we are His handiwork. He created us to do His good works. With time, I will talk about doing God's good work. But This is me trying to start. I'm somebody that when it comes to the camera, I'm out of here. You're not going to see me on the camera. But thank God for Charlie Kirk. He's giving us the boldness that we've actually been looking for all this while. It's about time to say enough is enough. Look, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He's the only way and he's the only truth. I'm somebody that has given my life to God, to Christ for a very long time, for years. But I've been studying, I've been trying to understand and get to know. And yes, I've gotten most of the knowledge that helps me stand up and boldly talk about Christ. But we've had a lot of hindrances, and I'll say that I've been distracted for so many years with all sorts of things. But that's what the devil does, isn't it? So just know, the devil wants to separate you from God. Therefore, he's going to try every way possible to keep you away from God. He's going to try to distract you with your situation, with everything you're going through. He's going to distract you with finance. He's going to distract you with everything that is going on in the world. He has been distracting people for so many years. It's about time he needs to know how foolish he is. People rejoicing that Charlie Kirk died, and the devil rejoicing that he has won. Did he forget so soon? Did he forget so soon that he rejoiced when Jesus died as well? How can he forget? How stupid can the devil be? That after the death of Jesus rose again on the third day, and he's seated at the right hand of God the Father. Now he has the name that is above every other name. That at the mention of the name Jesus, even the devil himself bow. Did he forget so soon? And now you came with Charlie Kirk. You just raised up 1 million Charlie Kirk. So look, this whole thing, it's all about good and evil, whether you like it or not. And just know that the good always win. Every single time, there is no doubt, good always win. So if you want to remain on the side of evil, be there and burn with Satan. I would likely cut that part out. But I'm just going to leave you and say Jesus loves you. For those of you that feel rejected, that feel misunderstood, and feel like your whole world is crumbling, I bring you good news. Believe me, the only thing you need is a relationship with Jesus. And you see all these things, it comes to you as nothing. With time, by God's grace, I'm going to be giving out a whole lot of life testimonies. Maybe, maybe not. Just so that you will see and know how having a personal relationship with God transforms you. It's the best decision that you will ever make in your life, I swear. So I'm talking to you that are depressed. I'm talking to you that are downcasted. I'm talking to you that have anxiety. I'm talking to you that feel like your whole world is crumbling. You need a personal relationship with Christ.